Welcome back to the Diamond Breakfast. Now, issues of public safety have been a concern, especially with the issue of junkies, a group of youths who are known to be addicted to certain drugs and abusing certain substances. And earlier on, we spoke with our Diamond Breakfast correspondent, Justin Mlenga, who was just in the Central Business District of Lusaka, an area nearby where a lot of young people, a lot of youths are known to be frequenting and harassing innocent members of the public and abusing them in the process. Out of that, grabbing some of their property, which may include phones, money, among others. We look at this further. The Zambia Police Service Deputy Spokesperson, Danny Mwale, who is joining us in studio. Good morning and welcome to the show, Mr. Mwale.
Good morning, good morning. Yeah, nice having us, the police, in your giving us space.
Great to have you here as well, especially for this topical issue. I'll just draw attention to a poll that we conducted yesterday on our Twitter handle, where we're asking people how they feel about the Zambia Police and their response towards issues of junkies within the communities. And 76.4% of those who voted said the Zambia Police is not doing enough to ensure safety and security to members of the public being terrorized by unruly youths commonly known as Junkie. Yeah. What's your reaction to this? Would you agree that you haven't been doing enough as the Zambia Police?
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. This is very good. Yeah, we encourage this. This is very, very good. And, you know, this is a response from the members of the public, which is very good for us as Zambia Police, yes. If we are able to be measured by independent institutions, let me say, because the members of the public out there, they are an institution. Yeah, so if you are able to be measured, it really gives us that that zeal even to work more, whatever the results could be, either positive or negative. But to us, what matters most is feedback. You see that. So we encourage such. So please, as Diamond TV, the media organization, please, we are so happy that you are able to go an extra mile. And please, in future, you share with us so that as we plan our activities as Zambia Police, we look at the map and talk about these statistics. Yeah, but going back to the statistics, you see, if we say the answer is the way it is there, by the end of the day, we can't achieve it alone as Zambia Police. You see that. We cannot achieve a score mark of 100% alone as Zambia Police. We depend on members of the public because these are crimes that occur in the communities. You see that. And as Zambia Police Service, you would agree with me that we are not everywhere at a given time. Most of the times, the places we go to are crime-prone areas. You see that. So we leave behind the places which would feel these are safer areas, in as much as we do patrols in those areas. But our concentration most of the times will be in crime-prone areas. You see that? Yes. So these are the people that we are policing, the members of the public. And the people committing these crimes, they live with them. These are their children. These are their cousins, their nephews, their nieces. You see that? So the information that we gather when we go out there, we pick it from the members of the public themselves. These are the people who feed us with the information. So in some instances, we receive resistance. You see, we have carried operations whereby we go to this house. There are the guardians refusing to open the door where the culprit is. Entirely refusing. And the members of the public others are saying, but the parents saying, no. Better you kill me other than coming in my house. So you find that the people out there, they harbor these criminals. You see, they harbor their children. They harbor their neighbors. At times we find that most of the times we've been led in different directions. You reach a place, you even know that this is the place where these criminals are. And then they say, no, sir, they have gone this side. You see that? Are you sure? Yes, sir. They start escorting us. Meanwhile, we have left the criminals on the other side. So we are doing our best, but most of the times you find that we are not appreciated by the members of the public. And these are resources that we are using. Imagine you are driving a vehicle and then you are diverted 10 kilometers in a different direction. So that's fuel that you have burnt. Again, you have to drive back 10 kilometers to go and check for the place that you had abandoned. You see that? So we always call upon members of the public, let us police together. That's why we are saying it's community policing. At some point, members of the public should police themselves. You see that? They should learn to police themselves. That's why they have in the books, we have citizens arrest. They arrest and then hand over to the police. Then now the police do everything. So this is the situation in Chainda the other day. We had to break the door because they are the parents. They are saying, no, you can't enter the house. But this is where their children are hiding. So we had to break the door and penetrate to make sure that we get those thugs out. So these are times where we don't have it so easy.
And based off what you've been doing about this, in terms of patrols and so on within these neighborhoods, how is that faring for you as the Zambia Police?
Yes, in terms of patrols, you see now times have changed. Yeah, you'd agree with me that a long time ago, the time I was joining the Zambia Police, we used to have what we call beat constables, where you would walk, you would walk some areas, do walking around. But now you agree with me that times have changed. We were so much into motorized patrols. You see that we need to depend on a vehicle. You see, for us to, there'll be a vehicle, or at least you leave officers here, but you have to park at some point. In as much as officers will be walking, but there should be a vehicle near. There are instances where we're being stoned. You see, we are doing patrols and then people start pelting stones on us. So in an instance that an officer is injured, we need a vehicle nearby so that we rush the officer to the hospital. So these people who hate us, the criminals, these people who every day plan evil things, when they see police presence, they get so upset. So these are the people who can't even vote to say police are doing well. Police are doing well. Because why? We get to their communities, but see the resistance that they give. These are the people who are controlling these compounds. You see, they are like door bouncers. You can't enter a certain compound without their permission. And these are the people that we've been getting. You remember in Chibolia, there was sometimes we had a case where this man was picked from John Lenk, the other one was picked from Garden House, and they went to brand him. I'm talking about a wire, hot wire, and branding him on his body. You see how far they can go in committing these crimes. So these are the people who feel they have what it takes. You can't enter a compound without getting permission from them. You see that? So they just command. They feel they're in charge of that compound. You see that? So we get to them and we get them. Most of them are serving their sentences, as we are saying. They are now in correctional facilities. They are serving their sentences. So what we are saying, members of the public, this is a double-edged sword. You see that? Members of the public have got a role to play. Yeah, I'm seated here. After this program, I'll be called. So, Mr. Mwale, bwerankoni kwa so kuno mwana wapa ne bativuta. These are the information that we need. Once that lacks, then we'll take it that this area is safe. Then we shift our attention to another area which we feel is crime prone. You see that? So we just depend on members of the public.
But if you need to depend on members of the public, what we're also getting from some members of the public is that the police will literally do nothing. Some of these people will be doing this sometimes in broad daylight. Sometimes they'll do this near a police station.
Exactly.
And police will not do anything. And the feeling that some people are getting is that the police have sort of even given up on some of these people. It's like they're just my junkie and they're tired of keeping them within the cells. They're probably even congesting the cells. Yeah. Could that be another contributing factor as to why maybe some police officers will not even apprehend some of these so-called junkies?
You are right. But you know what we're doing now? With these so-called junkies, what we're doing now, we no longer keep them in our cells. Because imagine getting 100 and you go and pack them in this cell, which probably can take 30 people. What we do now, we work hand in hand with the systems. We work together with a system whereby once we apprehend them, once we arrest them, straight they have to go to jail. They have to go to a correctional facility straight. So if it's appearing before the courts of law, they should come from there going to court. Are you seeing what we are doing now? We can say this. Because we get sometimes 150 at a go. Then our community police cell, it can just hold maybe 40. And those 40, maybe they will be standing. Now we have a track of 150. You know our operations. Now where are we going to take them? So the system allows us, due to procedure, we follow the laid down procedure in the system, that once we are done with paperwork, everything agreed, we take them straight to the correctional facility. So this is what we are doing now, just to make sure that there is sanity. Because we get them to a cell which is holding 30 people, and then we bring 150 people. Within 2 hours, we'll be forced to release them. You see that? Because we record death due to suffocation. Are you seeing that? So within 2 hours, we have to make sure that quickly, we have them out. They pay admission of guilty fines. In the next 2 hours, these are the same people who will go back.
So meaning at times, the issue of junkies gets sometimes even too much for some of the officers to handle. It's
not necessarily too much. Just 2 days ago, we had an incident where these young boys, they went to a shop at Chawama Market just near the police station. Then they went and harassed the owner of the shop, a lady. You see that? So it's like their timing, saying, oh, police officers are there, someone is watching, they are seeing police officers coming. And then few meters, they scamper. You see that? Because we are visible, we are seen. I'm in uniform, I'm seeing that I'm going to the scene. Are you seeing that? So here is a situation where this woman is being harassed. There are people there, able-bodied men like you and me around who can't even arrest one, who can't even grab one. Are you seeing that? They can't even grab one. Then they are all there watching, waiting for the police. Then the police is seen coming, running. The thugs, these small boys, run away. And then they said, police are not doing anything. They were here, but police are not doing anything. We called the police. But come on. They are able-bodied men. This is not just a shop in the bush. There's a line of shops. People there selling, doing their business. Honestly, you can't grab one. 3, 4, 5 of you grab one. Then they're saying, no, we're waiting for the police. You see that? No, the police didn't come. But honestly, could you not assist us by holding one? So this is what we are. But so far, in some instances, members of the public, they have really assisted us. That's why we are saying concerned members of the public. In our statements, we even come out so plainly to say concerned members of the public. We don't just say members of the public. Because some members of the public are let down. You see, this is an old woman who runs a shop. She's attacked by 5 young men. I'm talking about 15 years to 20 years. 5 young men. And then men are there watching, waiting for the police. The police come, these boys scamper. And then tomorrow wake up, police are not doing anything.
So what are some of the areas where you've been recording high cases or rates of these crimes committed by these so-called junkies? I know recently there was material where you had arrested a number of them. What are some of the common areas where this is happening?
Yeah, we have Kanyama and Kanyama Chibolia now. At least it's quiet. Yes, but we have Kanyama Chainda now. It's quiet. Yes, but we have some cases being reported, but not as it used to be. And the central business district also, remember those days it was bad, but now it's quiet. One is able to walk in CBDs at some awkward time. Unlike it used to be in the past, around 18 hours, 19 hours, you can't go past the flyover bridge. You can't walk there. You see, but now people are able to walk. People are able to walk from north end to south end.
Which is interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting you use that example because just this morning we were carrying out a correspondence about just that bridge along Kafue Road.
Yes.
Just as you are exiting the Central Business District, it's been notoriously known for junkies attacking people.
Yes, yes.
Recently, there was a young man by the name of Patrick Hiwa Jr. who had been attacked and is in hospital still at the moment. Based off what had happened, they got his phones, they got money off him. So it still seems like this is a problem, and it's notoriously known. Speaking with the residents or people who use that route a lot, they've complained about it, saying it's notoriously known for it. In fact, as soon as it clocks 18 hours, they know it's a danger zone, too late, and they have to avoid that by all means. So meaning it's a problem, and they feel the police should know this by now, that we're still experiencing this every day, but nothing is happening. Hence why they feel nothing is being done.
No, we are not sleeping. We are not doing nothing. If you go to these places, you find there is police presence. Even now, we go to these places, you find there are some areas in Kanyama, Chibolia, and these other places which you and me could not access, even during the day. There are some streets in some compounds which were even nicknamed as Devil's Streets. You can't access. But now we should appreciate the police. People are able to walk to access these streets, these parts. People are able to walk and they have business. They do their business in those streets. Of late, it was impossible. Yes, so we have police presence during the day. And these, we are known. We can't say 3, 4, 5 days. One will be able to tell that is a policeman, this one. You see that? So that's why these crimes, you find that they come to occur later in the day, probably when the sun sets. You see, you have these crimes when the sun completely goes down. And that's why we tell members of the public to be cautious, to take personal security first. Am I safe? Because we've got instances. We do patrols at night. I do also a Kanban just to go and what I'm talking about, I should make sure that it's real. I don't just go to bed. Here is 21, 22, 30. You meet a female lady in her 30s walking alone. You see, there's no car passing. It's quiet. She's walking alone wherever she's going, smartly dressed. So you stop her and you tend to wonder. No ID on her. You see what I'm talking about. So we expose ourselves. You see that? You talk to her, no answer, no nothing. She tells you, I'm coming from work. Okay, where's your ID? She can't produce her ID. Where are you going? Then you just pick her in the car. Then you take her up to her place. You knock, she goes in. The husband comes out or the parents comes out. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. It ends there. And not only once, most of the times, if one day we say you accompany us in our patrols, you'll be shocked.
Yes. Do you often take them home, or do you put them under your custody on what is probably known as shishita until the following morning?
Because when we put you in our custody, it's for your safety. If we can't take you up to your place, we do assess the situation. You see that? Because here's somebody, we have picked you at, let me say, we have picked you in Mwale, and then you are telling us that you live in Charleston. No, I'm going to Great East Road to get a bus for Charleston. Then we pick you somewhere in Bama Road. You see that? So what do? There's Kawata there. We've got safe custody there. We've got our hotel there in Kawata. Then we keep you for safe custody. For us, you say, no, police, no, we didn't lock you up. No, we just kept you for safe. You are safe. They are custody. You are safe. Then tomorrow morning we finish up procedure and then you go home. You see, so it's not that we take pride in putting people in our cells. No. We don't take pride. We don't take pride because what is important first is for me to save your life. Yes.
Anyway, to avoid digressing from the issue of the so-called junkies as they are known as here, so what would you say, especially from the Zambia Police perspective, is a long-lasting solution? Because I know there's different factors that could also be leading to them being what is now known as the junkies or trying to source money out of people illegally to fund maybe their addictions and so on. But from the police perspective, what could be the long-lasting solution?
We want, first of all, in the first place, we want also to appeal to the some shop owners. We've got some shops some shops where they stock the teasers. Okay. You know, a teaser.
Teasers, yes.
Yes. So it's quite unfortunate that we have people there who are selling these teasers. And then these are the same tools the members of the public are using. They find you, they just spray this chemical in your eyes, and then thereafter they work on you. They rob you. So it's unfortunate that we have some shop owners who are promoting some certain crime in a way in the name of business. So this is something that we have just realized as Zambia Police to say, no. Let's get down to some shops so that we know the types of shops which are selling these the chemicals, so to say, the teaser. And then we have done so much. Remember, before actually the rainy season, we had several operations. Yes, we had several operations, and what it is now, we've got our operations department, which is also, because at some point you need to assess, the impact, go back to the drawing board. It's not the way it used to be. These junkies, it's not the way it used to be. Remember, it used to be pronounced almost every day. But a lot of these, they are serving their sentences. They are in correctional facilities. They are out there serving their sentences. But we can't sleep as Zambia Police. We just have to make sure that we pack them where they belong. That's why I told you that we don't take them to our cells. We have to make sure that we do procedure and they go straight to the correctional facilities so that we get them off the communities. Yes. It's something that requires you, the media, the members of the public out there, and the police, like you are doing. You are giving us space, you see. So someone's child, they are listening to me now, because all they had in mind is that and then was chose. Now, no. You are going straight to the correctional facility. When they remind straight, then you'll be going from remind going to court until they sentence you. So this is the message that members of the public should get. Inform your children, inform your relatives who are committing these crimes that now is straight remand.
No more Marcels.
No more Marcels. Yes.
So Mwale, thank you so much for joining us this morning and giving us this information.